Joining me on GCS Today is Kathryn Eisel. She is a content teacher at Beam Elementary School. Kathryn, it's great to see you. Thank you for joining us.
Hi, it's great to be here.
Okay, you were one of 50 teachers in the country to participate in the Disney Imagination Campus 50th celebration. So, what an incredible opportunity. How did you find out that you'd been selected for the program, and how did you feel?
It was awesome. I actually found out through email after I had applied for it. And at first I thought it was a scam because I had applied so long ago. So I was like, oh my gosh, is this real? But yeah, it was great. They emailed us and told us we won, and it was a great feeling.
So, what was the criteria for being selected?
We had to write a short essay about bringing creativity into the classroom and bringing imagination into the classroom. So I had just talked about my previous experiences.
There were applicants submitted from all across the country. Is that correct?
Yes, yep. There were over, I think, 5,000 applicants, and they chose 50 people.
And they chose 50 people because Disney is celebrating its 50th anniversary.
Correct, yep.
So you were at Walt Disney World in Florida over the Memorial Day weekend. What did you do while you were there? I know it was a very busy and fun time for you.
Yes, it was very busy, but we had a lot of fun. We the day we got there, we got a goodie bag. They checked us in and kind of let us roam the parks, do what we wanted. And then Friday was jam packed. We went to Magic Kingdom. We did some activities that Disney Imagination Campus put on for us. We listened to some keynote speakers. At night, they did a firework show for us. We had dinner, and they let us ride the brand new ride that actually opened that day in Epcot. So we got to do that. I was actually also on Good Morning America Saturday morning, and Friday night we recorded a spot for that as well. So that was very cool. I've never done anything like that.
So you had the opportunity to go behind the scenes, I guess you could say, at
Hmm.
Disney. And you also had an opportunity to hear from some of the Disney experts about imagination and what goes into making Disney Disney. I think that probably was a very unique opportunity.
Yes, it really was. We got to go backstage a little bit and walk in the parade and kind of feel like what it's like for those employees. And we got to listen from the people that run the parks, the people that run the studios. Everything Disney is so such a wide variety of things, and so we got to hear from a lot of different people and how they bring creativity and imagination into it. So it was very interesting.
So what was it like to meet 49 other teachers from across the country?
It was cool. There was another teacher from North Carolina. Actually, she was in the Raleigh area. So that was interesting for us to kind of compare, being in the same state, but different districts and different regions. So that was awesome. And then, people from all over the country. There was someone from Hawaii that had come all the way to Florida. So just hearing, the similarities and differences. Obviously, everyone there was so passionate about teaching and Disney and bringing imagination into the classroom. And so they had a lot of great ideas, and it was awesome to talk to them about it.
What were some of the commonalities that you found that you shared with your fellow teachers from your conversations and your time together?
I think the biggest one was just the importance of engagement in the classroom. And there were a bunch of teachers, like there were different specialties. So there were high school teachers, there were arts teachers, gym teachers, and then, elementary teachers like me. So just hearing from the different, such a variety of people, but all of us really knowing that engagement is at the forefront was very impactful.
And I think that Disney helps emphasize the importance of engagement and interaction and making the classroom a place where there's excitement and students are enthusiastic, and also as teachers bring a level of energy and excitement to the classroom.
Yes, for sure. And that was a big part of, what Disney was trying to teach us. Like we're all storytellers and they're storytellers there. And so they were kind of coaching us on how we can bring that into the classroom as well.
So tell us about working in the classroom at Beam Elementary. What do you do in your role as a content teacher to help make the classrooms fun and engaging and exciting for students?
Yeah, so as a content teacher, I get to work with pretty much all of the classes here. So really, I get to go in, I get to support the teachers in their developing their lessons, planning their lessons, and then also implementing them. So I love to go in and, work with some of the kids in small groups or one-on-one. I love to be there for the teachers as kind of a support so that we can, bounce ideas off of each other. But always knowing that the engagement is the forefront and making sure that the kids are learning, but also enjoying what they're doing in class.
So if I interviewed some of your students, what do you think they would say about you?
I think they would say that I have some high expectations for them, but I think that they do a pretty good job of rising to the occasion and meeting those expectations. But I hope they would also say that that I care about them, that I have their best interest in mind, and I always want my students to feel that from me. Number one, that I'm there for them with anything that they need. So I would hope that they would say that I care about them.
Okay, I understand that you are a big Disney fan. So if we had the Disney scale, where would you rate on the scale as far as being a Disney fan?
1 to 10, probably a 10, I would say.
And so I think that your interest and love for Disney is what led you to this program and applying for this program.
Yes, for sure. I've always loved Disney. My family's always loved Disney. I actually worked for the Disney store when I was in college. So I've always, it's always been part of my life. And I think that it translates into the classroom as well, something that I can relate to the kids about and things that they enjoy as well.
Okay, so I have some Disney questions for you.
Okay.
Ready for these?
Yep.
All right. What is your favorite Disney character?
I think my favorite Disney character is probably Donald Duck.
Okay. And your favorite Disney movie?
That's a tough one, but I think probably The Little Mermaid is my favorite. It's always been my favorite since I was little.
Okay. Favorite Disney song?
I like the music in Hercules the best, so probably one of those songs from that movie.
And Kathryn, these are probably the most difficult questions that you're going to be asked today, right?
Yes, definitely.
Okay, a couple more. Which of the parks at Walt Disney World, which park is your favorite?
That one's tricky. That one's tough. I think it's a tie between Magic Kingdom with the big castle and Epcot, where they have like the World Showcase and you can walk around. And those two are definitely my favorites.
A Disney fan has to say Magic Kingdom, right?
Yes, it has to be there. Yes.
Okay, one more. What Disney character teaches us the best lessons and gives us the best advice?
I would probably say the classic Jiminy Cricket. He's the one, let your conscience be your guide. So probably him.
Okay. Well, and I know that we could talk for hours about the movies and the characters and the songs. We could go on and on about that.
Yes.
Okay. So how is what you learned at the Disney Imagination Campus Celebration Program, how has that made you a better teacher?
So I think it all comes back to that, what they taught us of we're all storytellers, and that I've heard that a lot as an educator, that, we are actors putting on a show for our students, especially in the elementary classrooms, because we need them to buy into what we're teaching them for them to learn. So that was one of my biggest takeaways from that program, that we're storytellers, and every day we need to go into our classrooms prepared to engage our students the best way that we can, create these lessons that they're going to want to take part in. And that's how we get them to learn every single day.
And I think that relates exactly to what Disney what is done there with the shows and the presentations. It takes a lot of planning and preparation. And then you find yourself on stage. You're in front of that audience, whether that audience is 1,000 people or whether it is a classroom of 20 students. You are on, and you have to be in front of that audience, delivering that message, delivering that content, and captivating that audience. So I think that there are some parallels there between being a teacher and being a performer at Disney.
Yes, definitely.
Kathryn Eisel, who is a content teacher at H.H. Beam Elementary School. Kathryn, we want to congratulate you on being one of the 50 teachers in the country to be selected for the Disney Imagination Campus 50th celebration. What an incredible opportunity for you. And we are so glad that you got to experience that and that you're able to bring everything that you learned and experienced while at Disney back to H.H. Beam Elementary School.
Thank you so much. It was an honor.
And we appreciate you being with us here today on GCS Today.
Thank you.